with studios in Bowling Green, Louisiana, and Pittsfield.
Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome to Friday Night Basketball from the Pitt at Quincy Notre Dame High School. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross here at the Superfan Shootout, and it's going to be a great contest tonight as the Clopton Lady Hawks take on the QND Lady Raiders.
Always a fun place to come and play basketball. The Pitt is notorious for its home field, home court advantage, if you will, and both teams ranked in the state in their respective classes in their respective states. So, yeah, you're right. This should be a good one.
QND and Clopton first, then the late game here. So this one's kind of exciting. Boys action, Helias against QND. So if you're looking for something to do on a Friday night, come on out to the Superfan Shootout. Then we'll be back here tomorrow for the first two games. On Saturday at the Shootout is we'll have girls action between Pittsfield and West Hancock coming up at 11 a.m., 10:45 pregame, followed by the Clopton boys against West Hancock at 12:30. So a lot of local basketball, a lot of regional basketball to be played here at the Superfan Shootout.
Yeah, and West Hancock has a very good basketball team as well, so the Clopton boys will meet a challenge tomorrow at 12:30. But we ought to have a good one here tonight, and we're going to tell you all about it.
We'll start the pregame show for you next from the Pit and the Superfan Shootout on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Ambassador Plumbing, and Neighbor Funeral Homes.
The Eagle 102 Sports pregame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Did you know the average person uses their debit card more than 20 times a month? Because debit cards are part of our daily lives, People's Bank & Trust wants to make getting and replacing your debit cards even easier. We are excited to offer debit cards instantly at our branch locations. Now when you open your account or need a replacement card, we can issue you one immediately. Call or stop by People's Bank & Trust on Business 61 in Bowling Green or historic downtown Louisiana to see how we can help you with your debit card needs. People's Bank & Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Cellular Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. But with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athletes. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show on KJFM Radio.
Getting ready for the first game of the 2025 Superfan Shootout here at the Pit at QND. The band sounds great for the Raiders, and they've got maybe the best dancer I've ever seen up next to the band. I guess he's a Band-Aid. I don't know what's better, his dancing or his mutton chops.
I don't know. He's got a band outfit on, but he was without instrument.
Yeah. he may be a spare percussionist. I don't know.
He's got dance moves. What else do you need?
Yeah,
right?
he's got a full allotment of dance moves as Clopton gets ready to take on QND in ladies action. We've had QND on the air once already this season against the Pittsfield girls, and pretty impressive group. Pittsfield did a good job on their senior Sage Stratton, held her to just 2 points heading into the fourth quarter before Sage finally went out. But this is a team that is deeper than just the five on the floor.
Yeah, they're deep, and they've got good size up and down the lineup. Of course, it's not anything Clopton's not used to. They're vertically challenged as a general rule, so most everybody they play is going to be a little bit bigger than they are. But the difference is Quincy Notre Dame has girls that have speed and quickness as well, and are tall to boot. So Clopton's going to have their hands full. I mean, both teams have 2 losses. And of course, Illinois is a week ahead of Missouri, and Illinois can play more games than they can in Missouri. So Notre Dame's 25-2. Their losses are to Centre, who in Missouri, who's a third-ranked team in Class 3, and Breeze Central, who's the first-ranked team in Class 2 in Illinois, while Clopton's losses are to Central Southeastern, who's a sixth-ranked team in Class 2 in Illinois, and to Highland, who's a eighth-ranked team in Class 3 in Missouri. So the losses are against quality opponents. The only common opponent, and this is one of the scars on Clopton, is that Central Southeastern game, and we had that game, and Clopton just got run over. I don't know. There's no other way to put it. The 64-31 is what that ended up, and by comparison, Notre Dame beat Central Southeastern by 1 back. I think it was right at the end of the first semester or second semester, 37-36.
And we were talking to Robert Alejandro earlier. He said the last time he remembers beating QND was 05, which was the year before Devin's freshman year of high school. So it's been a while, and maybe they learned some lessons from that game earlier this season, and maybe watched how QND fared in that common opponent game. So maybe they learned a few things since early on.
Well, they're going to have to make shots tonight because they're going to be challenged on the boards, on the offensive end and on the defensive end. So if the ball doesn't go in, it's going to create problems for them. You know, Clopton's going to want to speed up the pace. Quincy Notre Dame's averaging 56 points a game. Clopton's averaging 64. So both teams can go up and down if they want. So we'll see. You know, it's a good challenge for the Hawks. It's something they need because they haven't really been challenged in the conference season and don't have anything really terribly challenging coming between now and the end of the year before district starts. And so they need a game like this.
Absolutely. And we'll talk about our keys to the game for you when we come back on the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
The Eagle 102 Sports keys to the game are right around the corner. Brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And our keys to the game for Clopton up here against QND at the Superfan Shootout.
Well, I alluded to it a little bit. They're going to have to do something to try and make QND uncomfortable. And I don't know if their pressure can do that. That's probably the hope that they have, that they can pressure them and get them a little bit out of their sync. And then they're going to have to make baskets because they're going to be undersized tonight. And, of course, this is a hard place to play on the road. This is, you talked about home court advantages, and you talk to teams in West Central Illinois, almost all of them will tell you the worst place to come to is Quincy, Notre Dame.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's also going to be important for Charlie Spoonster to have a big night. Pittsfield had success against QND when the guards drove the basket. And if they can score off the dribble, I think that'd be very important.
Well, Clopton should have an advantage in quickness out front for sure. Even though Notre Dame's got some kids that can play, they're a little taller, and obviously that slows them down a little bit. So they ought to have the advantage quickness-wise out front. So if they can penetrate, and then, of course, defensively, if they can get out and create havoc, the press is to try and, a buddy of mine used to say, to freak the other team out. If you can get them to freak out a little bit and start turning the ball over with, you can stay in this game and maybe win it.
Those are our keys to the game. We've got your starting lineups to come from the Superfan Shootout at the Pitt. Clopton and QND coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, the Pierre, and Logan Agri-Service.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Well, kind of interesting here during a big event like this. They're doing senior night for QND, so a little bit of a delay before the start of this one.
Well, I mentioned how Illinois is a little bit ahead of Missouri. Notre Dame plays tomorrow night here in the shootout against Alton, and then they've got one more game, and then it's into regional. So this is the last Friday night home game they'll have, I guess.
Absolutely. Our starters for this ball game, first for the Clopton Lady Hawks. They were coached by Devin Street. They'll start a 5'5" senior, number 13, Skylar Parker. A sophomore at 5'5", number 15, Charlie Spoonster gets the start. A sophomore at 5'9", number 22, Ashlyn Noah. Number 25, a 5'9" senior, Riley Kuntz. And a junior at 5'7", number 33, Tinley Spoonster rounds out the starting five. For the QND Raiders, 26-2, coached by Eric Horn. They'll start as senior. Number 4, Sage Stratton, a senior. Number 10, Carly Reed gets the start as senior. Number 12, Lauren Hummel, junior. Number 15, Tristan Pieper. and a senior, number 22, Abby Reed, rounds out the starting five. So again for Clopton, Parker, Spoonster, Noah, and Kuntz. And for QND, it's Stratton, Reed, Hummel, Pieper, and Reed. Those are your starting lineups. They're continuing with the senior night festivities here inside the pit. Then we'll start this super fan shootout as the Clopton Lady Hawks come into Quincy looking for an upset here in this end of the season showcase here on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Ackles Farm Market, and Kaylee Ann Accounting.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Eagles Nest Inn, and People's Savings Bank.
They're going down the list of accolades for this senior group for QND. Over 100 wins, is that what they said for this?
Yeah, for this group. Interestingly enough, Sage Stratton has signed to go to Drury. Drury plays at Quincy University tomorrow, and their whole girls basketball team is right here to our left. That's why she got the big, crazy rouse of applause of the Drury girls basketball team. And, of course, the Drury head coach was the coach at QU last year.
Okay, well, there you go.
Or it may have been 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, you got Drury in the house. You've got the Hannibal Grange coach in the house. You got there's a lot of credentials for this ball game.
Yeah, pretty good crowd on hand, actually. It's not full yet, but a good house. Good, probably at least half, maybe 2/3 full here for this girls' game.
I think, with the two games tonight, I think probably a little bit smaller crowd than we'll have tomorrow with, what do we have, 7 games tomorrow here in the gym. So there'll be a lot more hoop aficionados or hoop junkies here tomorrow.
Right, and it just kind of all depends how long everybody hangs around. The premier hoop event in Quincy now is the Quincy Shootout, but they have 4 games here on Friday night, 4 games at Quincy High on Friday night, and then they play 8 or 9 games all day Saturday at Quincy High. And, yeah, you can just see every game that gets a little more crowded. And if you want to go up and run into guys you haven't seen for a while, like you said, that are just hoops junkies, these are the places to go. You'll run into those people.
8 minutes on the clock. They're getting ready to introduce the Clopton Lady Hawks to this crowd. We'll take one more break, come back, tip just minutes away from the Superfan Shootout on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Barnes Roots and Herbs, Bolin Chevrolet, and Gambino's Eatery.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Illness can happen.
anytime or anywhere, whether it's the sniffles, sore throat, or the flu. Hannibal Regional Medical Group's Urgent Care in Bowling Green is here for you. Urgent Care is open 7 days a week and is located just off the roundabout in Bowling Green behind Community State Bank. Urgent Care provides friendly, expert, affordable care with short wait times and no appointment is necessary. When you need care, remember Hannibal Regional Medical Group's Urgent Care in Bowling Green is here for you.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
From high above, we're ready for basketball. We're so high above, we're in the rafters here
You
at
can actually
QND.
you actually touch the rafters, and that ball head of yours may have a skid mark on it before the night's over.
It already does. In the center circle, it's Lauren Hummel against Ashlyn Noah, and it's QND that wins the opening toss. We're underway here in the Superfan shootout. That shot hits the bottom of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound across the key. That shot off the glass for Pieper is good, and QND strikes first.
Well, that size we
Noah
talked about.
back the other way. Off the glass for two.
Things we talked about, size and then Clopton speed.
Far side they go with it for Hummel. She gets it into the corner. Here's a three. It's long. Offensive board again. Goes to the floor. Fight for it, and we'll have a jump ball. Nice job by Tinley Spoonster. And already a substitution as Jenna Durst comes in the ball game. Junior, I'm guessing she's a normal starter for this team.
And Ari Bueller came in as well.
Clopton breaks the full court pressure, hands it off into the corner for Kuntz. Back up top for Charlie. Good crossover. Gets it middle of the lane. That shot a little bit long. Rebound knocked around and picked up by Durst. She hands it off for Ari Bueller. Bounce pass goes to the floor, almost taken away by Parker. Recovered by Durst. She'll stop and pop a 12-footer, and that one's good.
Durst, the daughter of head men's coach at Hannibal Grange, Jason Durst, as we got another jump ball, and this time it's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, ball got out ahead of Skylar Parker just a little bit and allowed QND to get the tie up.
Well, Clopton wants to go fast, but they got to stay under control.
6:49 to go, opening quarter, 4-2 Lady Raiders. With it on the far side. Cross court to Stratton. Back up top and around to the far side. Ball fake for Durst.
2-3 zone for the Hawks.
And here's a three near side, and that one rims out and knocked out of bounds by QND. Back to the Hawks.
And Pieper got her hand on it over the top of the Hawks and knocked it out. Full court man pressure by Notre Dame. They'll try and jump and trap if they can.
Charlie across the line with it on the dribble. Tries to go baseline, and it's poked out of bounds by Bueller. It'll stay with Clopton. 6:22 to go in the quarter.
She draws the assignment of trying to control Spoonster. Now they'll switch off and put Stratton on Charlie.
Tinley has her inbound pass taken away. Defense from Stratton. Across the line is Bueller. Back to the top of the key. Kick it back to Bueller. Over to the far side. Here's the three from the corner. It's good. Durst already has 5 points off the bench. And it's 7-2. Now the ball tipped and taken away again. Bueller. Across the lane, off the glass. Good, and a foul.
Bucket for Tristan Pieper, and she'll go to the line to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play. The foul will go on Tinley Spoonster, her first.
Kuntz went down awkwardly right at the free throw line. Looked like maybe she was favoring an ankle, but she seems fine now.
They checked on her, gave her a little time to make sure everything's all right.
Free throw in and out, no good. And here come the Hawks. They need a bucket. They trail by 7.
Yeah, they don't want to get too far behind.
Stolen by Stratton.
4th turnover already.
Through the lane, off the glass, no. Tip-up rebound. And Kuntz, timeout taken by the Hawks. Trailing at 9-2 at QND. 5:30 to go in the first on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Curlis Auction, Mike Henry Excavating, and Schlenker Funeral Home.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ackles Farm Market, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
After the timeout, Clopton will have the ball, trailing 9-2 here, early going at the Pitt.
Well, they got to take care of the basketball. 4 turnovers already, and we've only played 2.5 minutes.
Spoonster with it in the backcourt. Cuts across, gets across the line. Angles to the near side.
Just a lot of dribbling. They got to either penetrate or get something going offensively in a pattern.
Tinley, scooper off the glass is good.
Nice move by Tinley.
Good feed, almost a steal going back the other way. Kick back out, top of the key, 3 is good. Sage Stratton's first points of the contest. 12-4, Lady Raiders. Spoonster across the line. She's going to take it from about 8 foot out, no good. Offensive rebound, Kuntz. Tinley, here, her shot's good.
5 quick ones by Tinley to get the Hawks back into this, trailing 12-6.
Work it down center of the lane. Now kick out 3 from the far side. A little long. And the rebound pulled down by Riley Kuntz for Clopton. Charlie weaves her way across the line. Kicks it to the near side for Ashlyn Noah. Noah drops it off. Kuntz off the glass is good. Riley Kuntz first points of the contest. It's a 4-point game.
Great look by Noah that time. Found Kuntz all alone. Maybe got the early game jitters out of the way now.
Out high with it is Stratton to the near side. Stratton has it back again. Sage goes to the far side for Durst. The 3 is good.
Whew. They are not shy about shooting the 3. That's the third made three-pointer. Durst has got 8 already.
15-8 is the lead. Tinley back to Charlie. Parker, long 2 is no good. It goes to the corner, tracked down by Sage Stratton. Stratton across the line for the Lady Raiders. Wide open 3 from the near side, drops through. Bueller's first points.
Well, it's green light for everybody from deep for Quincy Notre Dame.
Lead grows to 10, and a foul going to be called against QND, their first.
Foul's going to go on Pieper, her first.
Each team with 1 foul.
Another interesting thing, Matt Pugh, one of the assistants for Notre Dame, he used to run the crossover hoops AAU program in Northeast Missouri.
Kuntz in the corner with it off the inbound play. She's going to take it baseline, and an offensive foul going to be called on Riley Kuntz.
Yeah, the defensive player was there for quite a while, actually. Ellie Bozarth, I should say, she checked in for Notre Dame.
Down to 3:08 to go in the first quarter. 18-8, QND leads. Far side with it for Bozarth. Good move all the way to the basket. Shot no good. Offensive rebound and the putback no good, but a foul going to send Jenna Durst to the line. She was working on that one.
Yes, she was. She'll get 2 free throws for her efforts. Foul's going to go on Kuntz, her second. So we'll see if Coach Street goes to the bench.
No movement yet. Shot good.
Skylar Parker will come in for Clopton for Kuntz.
lose a little size, gain a little speed there. Second shot good as well. So she hit them both, and it's a 12-point advantage. Parker across the line. Dumps it off the fingertips of Noah. They're going to say it was knocked away by Marie Eversman.
Yeah, a quick 8-0 run for Notre Dame. Clopton had got it down to 4. Now they're back to needing a hoop pretty bad with 2:48 to play in the first quarter.
Noah hands it off for Charlie into the corner for Tinley Spoonster. Her three, a little long. Parker got away with a shove in the back.
Didn't she, though?
Off the glass, good. Ashlyn Noah's first points. And a groan from the home fans.
2 hands in the back.
Oh, yeah. You don't get to get away with that here at the Pitt very often. Relish the opportunity. Here's a three the other way. Another one drained, and Durst is on fire.
He is filling it up.
23-10 in favor of the Lady Raiders. Parker gets the pass to get across the line. Gave up her dribble. Now she's in trouble. Gets it to Noah. Noah trying to fight her way to the hoop, and a foul going to be called on Eversman.
A little touch foul on Marie.
Marie Eversman, her first, team second.
I'll tell you right now, I think all 3 of these officials are older than I am.
Yeah, probably.
That's saying something.
Good ball fake. Charlie floats one from just in front of the free throw line. No good. Offensive rebound, and stripped of the ball was Tinley. It's going to stay with Clopton out of bounds.
Good effort by Stratton to try and save it, but she stepped on the in line before she threw it in.
Spoonster needs to find somebody. Gets it down low, and a big block. Tip out now, as Bueller did all the work defensively that time and brought it up the floor to the near side. To Durst. She's been on fire so far, and a little hand check on the way to the basket.
Let's see who they get for that. It looks like it's going to be on Parker, her first. No shots on the drive.
Minute 38 to go in the quarter. And puts it off the back of the Clopton defender, and unable to hit the reverse is Stratton. Clopton coming the other way and out of bounds. And they're going to call a foul against the...
Yeah, that was on Stratton. She was riding the Clopton guard like a pony all the way down the sideline. Smart play, though. The defender on the inbounds play, the defender had her back to her, so she threw it right off her backside and got it back, but missed the reverse layup.
The old pass off back. Clopton working the perimeter. Tinley gives it back to Blackwell. To Tinley again. Pass off the hand. Ooh, they're going to say QND at the last touch, but that looked like Parker all the way.
Back in, Tristan Pieper for Notre Dame. Eversman will take a seat.
Tinley looking to inbound. Running out of time again. Gets it to Charlie. Spoonster kicks it near side. Blackwell for three. That one rattles down. Lauren Blackwell's first points of the quarter.
That was a much needed bucket there for the Lady Hawks.
Cuts it to 10 with 57 seconds on the clock here in quarter number one. Here's Durst. Kick out to the hoop, and no. All alone was Sierra Thomas. And now a foul going to be called. That's the second on stage, Stratton.
Good job that time by Parker. Just ran into her, had her out of sorts defensively. As Carlin Lockard checks in for the Hawks.
For Tinley Spoonster.
She adds a little size to the lineup for the Lady Hawks.
Clopton gets it in. Parker with it on the far side, down to 40 seconds. To Charlie Spoonster. Spoonster out high, behind the back. Gets away from the defender. Too hard off the glass. Ball goes to the floor and a tie-up. Jump ball, and Clopton has the arrow.
Tinley made a great move to get to the glass, but just couldn't finish. Bueller back in for Stratton, and she'll take a seat with 2 fouls.
All the way out. It's going to go to the far side, tracked down by Bueller. Stops, pops, shot long, got her own rebound. May have hooked the arm of Noah. And a good pass through the lane. And Pieper gets the bucket. 25 to 13. That shot or pass down low taken away.
Partially blocked again. The size causing problems for the Lady Hawks.
Down to 2 seconds. Here's the three. There's the three at the buzzer for Durst.
4 threes in the quarter.
28 to 13 after 8 minutes. Back with a second from the Superfan Shootout at QND on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calumet of Missouri, Silex Banking Company, and Kearns Construction.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
28 to 13, Clopton trailing QND after 1 quarter, and a big quarter for Jenna Durst.
16 points, 4 3-pointers in that first quarter for Jenna. And as you said, she is on fire.
And, backed up by 6 from Pieper, 3 from Stratton, 3 from Bueller. And that was 6 threes for QND in that first quarter.
That's the way it adds up.
Clopton had it down to 4 momentarily, and then the Raiders just blew up. With it on the near side is Hummel as QND has the first possession of the quarter. Block. And here comes Charlie Spoonster.
Charlie with the block, smallest person on the floor.
Off the glass, no. She kind of moved to the outside at the last second away from the basket and could get it to roll over the iron. Coast to coast off the glass, that's how you do it. Bueller has 5 points.
Nobody stopped the ball that time.
And Bueller made no mistake. And we're going to have a little push off there from Pieper, her second.
Foul number 15, Tristan Pieper's her second. Team first.
44 seconds gone here in the second quarter, 30 to 13.
Historically, they play a little more physical game in Illinois. So it's kind of surprising to see those touch fouls being called.
Here's Parker on the far side to Tinley, back to Charlie.
Clopton spacing's out of whack offensively. They had 3 players over there within 10 feet of each other.
Charlie angles to her right. Back to the near point into the corner, and a travel going to be called on Tinley.
Turnover number 6.
Minute, 7 seconds gone here in the second quarter. All QND so far. Out high with it over to the far side. Drop it down low, off the glass. And Pieper.
Yeah, just a little back pick on the weak side, and Pieper popped out and was all alone. Nothing you can do with her. She's another one of the 6-footers, 6'1" maybe.
Far side. Spoonster kicks it out to the near side. Parker trying to get some room, finds some room off the glass and in. Couple of good moves for Skylar Parker.
Split the defense that time.
Back the other way, hard off the glass. Rebound comes all the way out, and that one floats high. Tracked in the corner. That's Stratton. Kicks it back up top now for Hummel. Hummel gave up her dribble, gives it back to Stratton. Her three off the mark. Just fighting for position. Shot no good, but a foul going to send Durst back to the line.
Well, just crashing the glass. We talked about that in the pregame, and Hawks got to block out and make shots because they've pretty much been one and done on the offensive end.
Foul was the first on Lauren Blackwell. And the shot rims out. Her first miss from the line.
What's wrong with her? Quarter break cooled her off maybe, huh?
Possibly. That's what Clopton's hoping. And the second shot is good. 33 to 15. And she's got 17 points. 5:50 to go in the half. Hawks already trailing by 18. There's Spoonster to Tinley. Tinley to the hoop, no. Tip out rebound, and QND has it. On the run. Off the glass, no good. That's been kind of the weak point in their game so far, but another three from the top of the key, and Bueller has her second from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they can't make it from 2, but they can make it from 20.
Yeah. I guess that's a good problem to have. If you're going to pick one, and that one, the putback is good. Tinley was way high off the glass on the first one, but got it to go on her second chance, and then back the other way is Stratton. Timeout taken by the Hawks.
Hawks getting beat down the floor. Coach Stree doesn't like that at all.
38-17, 4:59 to go in the first half. This is the Superfan Shootout on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Ambassador Plumbing, and Neighbor Funeral Homes.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana is where history, comfort, and charm come together. Explore quaint streets, visit local attractions, and return to comfort at the end of the day. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Yeah, you made the point before we went to break, Clopton getting beat up the floor in transition, and that's not something they're used to and not something that should happen against a team like QND.
That's their game. I mean, in all the games we've seen of them this year, they're just quicker and faster up and down the court than everybody. So when you're getting beat down the floor on the defensive end, that's just not hustling, and Coach Street immediately called a timeout to try and straighten that out.
38-17 is the QND lead here with 4:59 to go in the second quarter. So we played right at 11 minutes, and they're already near their average for the season in points.
And right now, Jenna Hurst is tied with the Hawks.
Yeah. Out high with it is Charlie Spoonster. Stop, starts, dumps it off. Noah off the glass is good. Ashlyn Noah has 6 points.
Good to get her going inside as well.
Out high with it is Stratton, up and around to the far side now for Hummel. Hummel back to the top of the key for Eversman. Eversman hands it off for Stratton. Stratton has it tipped and taken away. Here comes Parker off her steal. Off the glass and in. Skylar Parker with 4 points in the quarter.
Good job defensively by Skylar that time to tie up Stratton.
38-21. Far side with it is Hummel. Bounce pass through the lane. Shot kind of hits the side of the backboard, and Clopton outworks QND for the rebound. A chance to chip away here for Clopton.
They'd like to try and get it down at 10 by half if possible.
Blackwell to Spoonster. Charlie has it kicked out of bounds by Bueller. It'll stay with the Hawks, 3:43 to go, and Clopton has had some trouble inbounding from the baseline.
Well, Notre Dame's a veteran team, and you got to have everything going right to handle these Raiders, especially at home.
Knocked away from Charlie on the inbound. Last touch by Bozarth, who came back in for the last play. So Clopton will try and do it again. A little farther in the corner this time. They get it to Noah, and now Bozarth knocks it out of bounds at the QND bench. You know, it's big gym, and the team sit in the front row.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
all this room, and they're doing it Silex style.
Got to be close to the action. They don't want to give up any seats.
No. Charlie leaves it for Blackwell, gets it back in the corner. Through the legs of Tinley, she picks it back up. Starts her dribble. Now gives it up, gives it back to Charlie Spoonster. Down to 3:16 to go in the half. Clopton trying to find some room on this floor. Down low, Tinley passes it to the feet of Noah. That play was all over the place and back the other way. Come the Raiders, and a foul on the floor against the Hawks.
Well, Quincy's playing a belly-to-belly man-to-man defense, so it's got to be something backdoor. You know, you got a Z-cut and try and get away from the defense and take something backdoor, and they've had a couple plays work with the pick and roll. You got to have that action going on as well.
Late substitution. And Callie Noah comes in for Skylar Parker after Skylar picked up her second. Off the inbound to the hoop, no. And the rebound pulled down by Ashlyn Noah. Off the QND miss. Here's Charlie Spoonster. Top of the key. Driving against Bozarth. Nothing there. Gives it to Ashlyn Noah, and she's fouled. That's going to be on Bozarth.
Hey, and Clopton's going to get to shoot a free throw.
First of the night for the Hawks from the line. Second on Bozarth.
I've just got her.
Yeah, I got her for one. They said the scoreboard had her for one as well. He said two, and the first shot is missed by Ashlyn Noah. 6 points for the Hawks center. Second shot is good, and it's 38-22. More substitutions for QND.
Durst and Bueller return.
Look out, they'll probably do a heat check on Durst here pretty quick.
Didn't want to sit her down. Didn't want her to cool off.
Out high, she has it. Blackwell all over her now. Long range three, that one's off the mark. Offensive rebound pulled down by Hummel off the Stratton miss. Stratton again with it to the near side. That's Bueller. Bueller floater, no good, and out of bounds. It's going back to the Hawks with 2:13 to go in the second quarter.
38-22 Notre Dame on top. They've led by as many as 21 in this first half.
The Hawks would love to open up a three. That has not been available to them.
Got a couple of them, but there haven't been very many open looks, that's for sure.
Defender falls down. Work it down low. Noah blocked and taken away by QND. Long pass ahead. And they do the "you got swatted" chant. As Hummel's pass down low for Pieper was knocked out of bounds.
Callie Noah, good defensive play in the post that time.
They didn't say anything about that getting swatted.
It's a partisan crowd over there, I'm afraid.
Here's a three far side. Oh, that drops through for Stratton. Her second tray.
Second tray of the second quarter, 8th of the game for Notre Dame.
41-22. The Raiders lead. Ball knocked away and picked up by QND. Now stolen back by Blackwell. Out high, here's the three, top of the key. Charlie, a little long on that one. Rebound off of Tinley's hands into the backcourt, picked back up by Charlie Spoonster. She takes it down low, trying to feed Noah to the corner for three. That's no good. Turns into a pass to Ashlyn Noah. No good. That's as wide open as Clopton's going to be tonight. Now Callie Noah going to pick up her first personal.
Yeah, that was just a wild sequence there with the ball on the floor, players all over the place, and Clopton ended up with a great look, just couldn't convert.
Slowly up the floor are the Raiders.
Under a minute to play in the half.
41-22. Clopton trails here at QND. To the near side, Stratton drains another one. Sage Stratton.
Got a smooth shot too, doesn't she?
Uh-huh.
Got a great rotation on it.
Lead up to 22. Here's Blackwell. Her three is off the mark. And the rebound pulled down by Eversman for QND. Down to 20 seconds to go. They'll play for the final shot, leading by 22. Hawks don't want to allow another basket. Down to 10 seconds. Hummel to the near side for Durst. Nothing there, down to 3 seconds. The top of the key three is no good. Tip around rebound, and time will expire before the putback goes through. We've reached the half here at the Pitt. It is QND leading your Clopton Hawks 44-22 from the Superfan Shootout on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
The Eagle 102 Sports Halftime Report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with a New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Sports Halftime Report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books, Jim Ross, and Clopton has their work cut out for them in the second half. They trail by 22 here at QND, 44-22 our score. And what a first quarter for Jenna Durst. She kind of went quiet in the second quarter, spent some time on the bench, but a 16-point first quarter for her, and that was putting QND well on their way in the first half.
Yeah, they got out to a good start, and Clopton turned the ball over 3 or 4 times early. And like you mentioned, Durst was hot from 3. And, you know, you look up, they were down by 12 at one point, got it back to 4. But then Notre Dame flexed their muscles
Yeah.
again and stretched it out with 22 being the biggest lead of the game.
We'll have 2 more games from this Superfan shootout tomorrow. The early games, 11 a.m., 10:45 pregame. We'll have the Pittsfield girls against West Hancock. And then at 12:30, the Clopton boys against West Hancock. Those are the first 2 of 7 games tomorrow from this tournament. The only other game tonight here at the Superfan shootout, QND boys will take on Helias. And that's coming up immediately following this game.
Yeah. And ironically, both teams are warming up right now during halftime of the girls' game.
44-22. We'll check our first half scoring after this break on the Eagle 102 Sports halftime report from the Superfan shootout on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, the Pierre, and Logan Agri-Service.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Let's take a look at the scoring in the first half. First for the Lady Hawks, nobody in double figures. They're led by Ashlyn Noah with 7, along with Tinley Spooster with 7 as well. 4 for Skylar Parker, 3 for Lauren Blackwell, and 2 for Riley Kuntz. They were 1 for 2 from the free throw line. They turned it over 8 times for Notre Dame. Only 4 players scored, but Jenna Durst did the bulk of it. She had 17, Sage Stratton with 11, and Ari Bueller and Tristan Pieper with 8 apiece. They were 3 for 5 from the line, made 9 3-pointers in that first half, and they turned it over 4 times. And Wildcat Froelich has joined me as her husband's run off to the Never Never Land, and quite an environment for a high school basketball game, isn't it?
It definitely is, and it's really fun to fall down the stairs in front of the whole QND. The QND girls had to help put me back together on their way to the break here.
It's inevitable that you're going to, if there's any elevation changes at all, odds are that there could be injuries.
Well, I appreciate Coach and his girls helping me put my camera back together, my phone, and gave me all my money back.
You know, that's a sign of old age.
Is it?
Yeah, or have you been like that always? Yeah, it's always. It's just it's a heredity, right? Inherited trait.
No, actually, I'm kind of the only one like this in my family for some reason. I'm wrapped up in the cord.
And the rest of your family says, thank God for that.
Oh, constantly.
44-22, our score here at half, about 2:30 to go, and we'll have the second half for you right after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Ackles Farm Market, and Kaylee Ann Accounting.
Is winter giving your home a hard time? Let People's Bank and Trust make financing those home improvements easy. I'm Jake Thompson, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by People's Bank and Trust on Business 61 in Bowling Green or in historic downtown Louisiana and ask to speak to one of our lenders about how we can help you. People's Bank and Trust, online at www.pbtc.net, member FDIC, equal housing lender, and MLS number 407724.
Pepsi Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Eagles Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Ready for the second half here from QND. The Raiders lead the Clopton Lady Hawks 44-22. This is quite a lineup tomorrow after Pittsfield and Clopton take on West Hancock in the 11 and 12:30 games. Monroe City will take on Liberty. Palmyra boys will take on Jacksonville Route. Palmyra girls will take on Central Southeastern. Then the two QND games, girls will play Alton and the boys will play Mexico. So that's quite a lineup tomorrow. And we'll have the first two games for you here on Eagle 102 Sports with pregame starting at 10:45.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit before we came on the air. This event was on the brink of shutting down, and a group got together to revive it, and KHQA jumped in again to help out with the sponsorship, and they got other sponsors, and they end up with a great lineup of basketball games.
Absolutely. We're underway. Clopton with the ball to start the third quarter. Here's Tinley Spoonster on the near point.
They need something positive to happen in these first 2 minutes of this quarter.
Absolutely. Parker with it out high.
Still man-to-man all over the place by Notre Dame.
Good cut. Kick it to the near side. Parker, long range two, and we got Voigtlock here at the Pitt.
Voigtlock. Or do they use Wilson's over here?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's wedged in there pretty good. It is an odd color basketball.
You know, it is. You know, and a lot of times you have officials in the game that can jump up and get that out.
No, not these
guys. It ain't
guys.
happening tonight. Not in this game.
Took two shots to get that dislodged.
So it'll go to the alternating arrow, and the Hawks had it to start the quarter, so Notre Dame will have their first offensive possession.
22 seconds gone here in the third, and here come the Lady Raiders, and that's kind of a metaphor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Out high with it is Pieper, and from the far side, oh, with a hand in her face, the three for Sage Stratton. She's got 14.
Hawks came out in man-to-man that time, and Stratton was able to get freed up.
Parker out high with it. Big pick and a foul called against Kuntz. That's her third.
Yeah, I think in a football game that would be called a clip.
Yeah.
or a block in the back, I guess they call those nowadays. There's no such
It was a good bump.
No
that's for
such
sure.
thing as a clip anymore. I kind of liked it when they called clipping myself.
Mm-hmm. Stratton gets it far corner. Drop it down to the low block. Shot no good. As the Lady Raiders continue to struggle within 5 feet, but that hasn't mattered much.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Out high with it is Charlie Spoonster. Spoonster. Pass was behind Ashlyn Noah. She saved it from going backcourt. Hands it off for Skylar Parker. Parker back to the top of the key with Stratton all over her. Spins a couple of times, finds her way to the baseline. Shot was blocked off the glass. And the rebound pulled down by Durst. Here comes QND, another Stratton three. Yep. And this is just splash city right now.
It's unbelievable. That's the 11th three of the game for Notre Dame.
And taken away again. Clopton had numbers in the backcourt, and it's taken away, and we're going to have a foul on Charlie Spoonster as she tried to blocks Sage Stratton going to the hoop.
You know, here's the thing that's kind of amazing to me for the Notre Dame team. It doesn't matter who gets the rebound. They can handle the ball and go.
Yes.
I mean, they break. I mean, that's not so unusual in the guys' game. But usually in the girls' game, the taller girls aren't that great of ball handlers. All these girls can get it and go.
Absolutely, and the free throw is good. As Stratton hits her first opportunity from the line tonight. 51-22.
They are looking to make a run at the state championship again this year.
Yep, hit them both. And it's a 30-point lead.
They are ranked 3 in Class 3 right now in Illinois. Clopton ranked 3 in Class 2 in Missouri.
Tinley at the free throw line, back to the basket. Gives it off to Charlie. Beyond the arc.
Yeah, things just aren't clean. The defense is just pestering the nonsense out of Clopton.
Here's Noah. Can't hit the layup, and we're going back the other way. 3 from the corner. Shot no good, and the rebound pulled down by the Hawks. Rare rebound for Clopton.
Rare air ball by Stratton.
Absolutely. Corner 3, not her thing. Too high off the glass. And they're just forcing Clopton into bad shots, and that one goes off the glass the other way. Hummel off the long pass. And a full timeout taken on the floor. 54-22. QND leads Clopton here in the third quarter from the Superfans Shootout on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Barnes Roots and Herbs, Bolin Chevrolet, and Gambino's Eatery.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
5:14 to go in the third. QND leads Clopton 54-22 here at the Pitt.
Abby Reed checks into the game during that timeout for Notre Dame. She actually started one of the Reed twins. They started all the seniors. It didn't take long. The first dead ball, the normal starting lineup came out for Eric Orn and the Notre Dame Lady Raiders.
So Clopton ball. They have yet to score here in the third quarter. That shot off the glass is good. Kuntz found a little space down low.
She's got 4.
Out high with it to the near side. That's Hummel. Thinking about the 3 was Durst and said she'll feed down low. Turnaround shot off the glass is good for Pieper.
Nice drop step by Pieper. Went with the left hand. She's got 10.
Far side with it is Parker. Steps inside 3 from even with the free throw line. Her shot no good. Offensive rebound. Kuntz made a move. Tried to go back to Parker. She goes to the hoop. No. And out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by QND.
Just not a whole lot of space as Eversman checks in for Notre Dame. Looks like Pieper will take a seat.
Out high with it is Ashlyn Noah. To Charlie Spoonster. Pass down low. Rocket pass for Noah. She has to track it to the corner. Gets it to Parker. Free throw line. Drives the lane. Scooper off the glass. No good, but a foul. Going to send Skylar Parker to the line for the first time.
QND foul, number 22, Abby Reed.
Foul's going to go on Abby Reed, her first.
At the line, Skylar Parker.
Parker's first trip to the free throw line tonight.
And the shot's good.
Not a lot of free throws shot in this game.
Nope.
Only 5 for Notre Dame, and this will be the 4th free throw for the Lady.
Pepsi Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Tiss and Brenda Crawford, Vicky Cadwalder Real Estate, and Pepsi.
So Parker hit 1 of 2 free throws. Back to the near side corner. Stratton's 3, no good. Another offensive rebound now goes to the floor, picked up by Spoonster, and she's tripped up. That's going to be on Stratton, her third.
Subs for Clopton. Carlin Lockard and
Number 42, Carlin Lockard in.
I guess she's the only one that came in, isn't she? And Riley Kuntz came in as well.
So you got Blackwell in there as well, and now a steal by Stratton. She's just been all over the place, and unable to give the return pass was Bozarth. Lost it off her fingertips trying to head it back to Stratton.
Well, she's going to Drury, as we mentioned in the pregame, and Drury is one of the top-ranked teams in Division II in women's basketball this year. So,
and they are in the house.
They are.
And cheering for her.
As they play the Quincy Hawks tomorrow.
Spin move, Spoonster. Tinley gets it to Charlie. She's blocked. Goes through the legs of Lockard, and we're coming back the other way. Off the glass, no good. Put back Stratton, no good, but she's fouled.
Sierra Thomas, who came into the game, couldn't finish, and Stratton hustled up quickly and got the offensive rebound. And she'll get a couple of free throw opportunities for her hustle.
That's Riley Kuhn's 4th foul, and she'll come out. Noah's going to come back in, Ashland. And this to make it a 30-point lead again is good. 57-27. Stratton looking to have a 10-point quarter. And she does.
And I believe her 20th point of the game.
21. She had 11 coming in, didn't she?
She did. She made all her free throws in the third quarter. I thought she missed one.
I'll have to tally it up later. 58-27. That shot, no good. And the rebound off the hands of Lockard and picked up by Bozarth, and her pass is knocked out of bounds by the Hawks. Off the bench, Callie Noah.
Skylar Parker in as well for the Hawks.
Minute 48 to go in the third quarter. Was Stratton. Stratton all the way out to goes half court. 58-29, Clopton trailing QND as we head to the fourth from the Superfan Shootout at Quincy Notre Dame High School on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe, Ambassador Plumbing, and Neighbor Funeral Homes.
This is Tara. People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Start of the fourth quarter from Notre Dame High School in 10:45 pregame. West Hancock takes on the Pittsfield Lady Saukeys, and then at 12:30, West Hancock will host the Clopton Hawks in boys action.
Well, Eric Orn's in a bit of a precarious position here as the Hawks started, and I'll finish that thought. They turn it over on their first possession. I saw an interview earlier in the week from him, and there's a mutual respect between him and the Lady Hawks and Devon Street. So he doesn't want to embarrass Clopton, but as I mentioned, they've only got 2 games left before regionals, so they're trying to fine-tune things. So they want to keep their players fresh and in the game. So that's going to be a challenge for them.
Here's a three. That one's good. Stratton.
12th three-pointer of the game.
Yeah, increases the lead further for QND. Parker goes to the floor. Tinley goes to the floor. Back the other way comes Hummel. One-on-one. Oh, Stratton another three? Not this time. Rebound grabbed by Lockard for Clopton. Lead was 29 after three. It's a 32 now. Drop off the glass, no good for Lockard. Comes to the near side for Blackwell. Blackwell gave up her dribble. Kick steps back to the free throw line. Her shot short. Kind of shot it flat-footed. Clopton gets the loose ball. Lockard now over to the far side for Tinley. Her shot from inside three is good. She's got 8.
And Notre Dame's going to bring in the second squad. Kind of got some starters mingled in there as I see Durst is in.
They actually dressed, I think, 4 more players than usual. Off the glass, that's no good. And the rebound pulled down by Lockard to Blackwell now for Tinley Spoonster. Spoonster gets it to Ashlyn Noah at the free throw line. She's going to drive to the hoop. No, but a foul will send Noah to the line.
She's been to the free throw line once tonight, 1 for 2.
And Noah's first shot is good. That stops the running clock. They're going to keep it rolling.
Seemed that way.
Yeah.
Maybe math's not a strong suit. Maybe they've got my math.
Yeah, hit them both. So she's into double figures. First Hawk to be in double figures in this ball game, Ashlyn Noah. Now maybe they're playing shootout rules.
Well, I'm not sure it's going to upset Clopton too much.
No. Near side with it. Bozarth back up top. Now for Allensworth. Lake and Allensworth to the far side. Now back up top again. Bueller passed up the 3. Long 2 from the near side. No good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Eversman. She dribbles to the center of the lane. Now kicks it back. It's Durst. Durst to the far side for Bozarth. Now for Allensworth. Allensworth to the near side as they run clock here with 4:22 to go in the ball game. 61-33 QND leading Clopton. Just hasn't been the Hawks' night tonight here at the Pitt. And we said it in the pregame. This is a tough place to play.
And that's proven to be the case, especially when you got a highly ranked team that you have to play against as well.
You know, we get into some of the places as that one is off on the 3. Some places with different sight lines, but mostly those are neutral sight, like small colleges and stuff like that. Here, it's odd sight lines, and QND is used to it too.
Right. And it's called the Pitt for a reason.
Uh-huh. Now a foul will send Bozarth to the line. She's looking for her first points in this ball game.
And she is. The foul's going to go on Blackwell, her second, I believe.
Allie Bozarth at the line.
And the next is good as well. 63-33, back to a 30-point lead for the Lady Raiders. From the near corner, Tinley Spoonster's 3 was no good. Return pass, and she had cut to the baseline, goes out of bounds back to QND.
Carly Reed back in now for Bozarth for Notre Dame.
Final 2.5 here from the Superfan Shootout. If you're in the area, QND boys will play Helias next. We'll be back on the air for the first 2 games tomorrow, where Pittsfield girls, and that double dribble call, Pittsfield girls will take on West Hancock, 10:45 pregame, and then the Clopton boys will take on West Hancock, scheduled for a 12:30 start.
Pittsfield having a great season as well, but they also ran into this buzzsaw called Notre Dame a week or so ago.
Yep. Here's Charlie, got blocked. Another 3, that one's long. On the rebound, big bump. I don't think they're going to blow any whistles at this point. Shot off the glass, no good. Put back, no good. Another offensive rebound and a tie-up. Will take us down inside a minute and a half. It's going to stay with the Lady Raiders.
Couple of more subs in, and you mentioned they dressed some that they don't normally dress, and as a result, I don't have any numbers.
Yeah, Leah Trujillo wears number 11. Who else came in? 32 is Natalie Zook for QND. We're under a minute. I think that's all that is in so far that weren't in the program. Down low, shot off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Callie Noah. We're down to 40 seconds. Here's Parker. All the way to the basket, no, but a foul. Little two-hander from Sierra Thomas.
And that'll send Skylar Parker to the line. She's 3 for 4 from the line so far.
Skylar Parker.
Shoot 'em fast.
Yeah.
As the clock's running.
First one's good. That gets it under 30. And the second shot rims out. Rebound pulled down by Torello. And that'll do it. They won't even come across the line. Final in this one. The Notre Dame Raiders defeat the Clopton Hawks here at Quincy Notre Dame High School, 63-34. And we'll be back with the postgame from the Pit after this from the Superfan Shootout on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
The Eagle 102 Sports postgame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana. And let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock, Louisiana.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports postgame show on KJFM Radio.
Final on this one from the Pitt, QND over Clopton around as well. And It was just too much Jenna Durst in the first quarter, and too much Sage Stratton the rest of the game for the Hawks to handle against QND.
Yeah, they finished with 24 and 17 respectively, and Sage Stratton was named the most valuable player of the game. And you know what we talked about in the pregame kind of proved to be the case. The size, the length, and the athletic ability of Notre Dame was they were able to keep up with Clopton in terms of speed up and down the floor. In fact, we mentioned during the broadcast at one point in time, Clopton getting beat down the floor off a missed shot, and Coach Street called the timeout and said, this can't be. And so they come in here in a tough place against a very good team, and that's what they've got to do. They got to play these kind of games and get them prepared for postseason back in Missouri.
Yeah, and you just hope it doesn't negatively affect the team, because they did look pretty beat down by the time they came out for the second half. But lessons learned.
Sometimes it's a wake-up call.
Yeah.
They'd won 9 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They'd won the Bowling Green tournament. And things were going along swimmingly, and sometimes you get to feeling your oats a little bit too much, because we know that especially once they get into the state tournament, there are a bunch of pebbles in the road for them, or maybe boulders in the road as they go, and they're very similar to those boulders to what Quincy Notre Dame brought to the table tonight. And so this is a good wake-up call for them, and kind of gives them the chance to reset as to where they are.
And figure out what they need to work on. 63-34 our final. We'll take a break, come back with the final scoring numbers, and wrap things up from the pit and the Superfan Shootout on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, the Pierre, and Logan Agri-Service.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life, and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagle 2 Sports brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
63-34 the final. QND over Clopton here from the Superfan Shootout, and QND continuing their senior night festivities. They did the girls before the first game. Now they're doing the band, and we got our dancer being honored. Worked out.
The dancer gets a rousing round of applause. Sure I do. Let's take a look at Notre Dame first. As we mentioned, Sage Stratton named the MVP. She had 24. Jenna Durst with 17, 10 for Tristan Pieper, 8 for Ari Bueller, 3 for Lauren Hummel, and 2 for Ellie Bozarth. They hit 12 three-pointers, did the Lady Raiders. They were 5 for 7 from the free throw line. They turned it over 8 times, raised their record to 26-2 on the season. For the Lady Hawks, who dropped to 17-3, only one player in double figures for them. Ashlyn Noah had 11, 9 for Tinley Spoonster, 8 for Skylar Parker, 4 for Riley Kuntz, and 3 for Lauren Blackwell. What jumps out at you?
The only point of the fourth quarter was that free throw by Parker in the waning seconds.
7 for 10 from the line. They turned it over 13 times, and if you look at that, Charlie Spoonster didn't score.
Yeah, that's something, and that was one of our keys to the game for her to not only have a big night but score off that drive, and she never found the lane in this ball game.
They ran Ari Bueller, Sage Stratton. They just kept running defenders at her that had a little bit of size on her and some quickness, and basically just shut her down. And whenever the point guard, she kind of stirs the drink for the Lady Hawks, and that's a good way to slow them down for sure.
I think between her sister, and her dad, and the rest of the coaches at Clopton, they're going to figure out some things. They're going to work on what didn't work tonight in this ball game.
No question about it.
63-34 is our final QND over Clopton. Again, back 10:45 tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock tip-off. The Pittsfield girls take on West Hancock. Then the Clopton boys take on West Hancock as we continue coverage of this 2025 Superfan Shootout from the Pitt at Notre Dame High School in Quincy. For Jim Ross, Mark Froning, saying we'll see you tomorrow for more basketball.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of Area High School Sports on air at 102.1, online at KJFMradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Serving the Twin